here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Wentz now to throw. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
His first catch, good for 14 there, and a 1st down. On 1st down, Adams. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, we're into the 2nd quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. And Tate's got it. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. They go play action here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Wentz now on 1st down. Being chased out left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Again, it's Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Golden Tate from 3 yards out. And the Eagles have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Well, Charles, help me break down the Rams here as we get to the home stretch of the season, because they still have one of the best records in the NFL. But after that wild Monday night win over KC on November 19th, haven't looked as sharp.
And sometimes when you have a streak that they carry around and they're playing at such a high level offensively, any dip looks like the worst dip in the world. But they have had their struggles. Quarterback Jared Goff, his quarterback rating at Chicago and then again against Philadelphia in Week 15 definitely took a hit. They have not been the team we have seen before, and teams have figured out a little bit of a formula to make it harder on them offensively. But I wouldn't put it past head coach Sean McVay to get it figured out and get that team back on track. Because once they hit the playoffs, I still think they'll be a team that no one really wants to play.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Gawall. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Gawall. Wants a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Darren Sproles. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken around the 12. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. Gonna look deep for Jeffrey. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
On play action, it's Wentz. Caught right side, Tate. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Let's go. Great.
Wentz to throw again. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Samson Ebukam in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the 2nd half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had an ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, LA. Robert Woods, 75 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Over the middle, complete. It's Tate. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well. Wentz now on first down. Escaping. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Michael Brockers in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Shorty. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Eluding the pressure right. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw it right into it for an interception.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. From the gun on third down, Gawall. This is caught. It's Cooks. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a play fake here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Gawall. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Out of the gun, Gawall. Flush, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Fletcher Cox getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So the youngster able to use the legs to pick up the first.
And one of my pet peeves when they see this guy play, when Carson Wentz takes off running the football, I always hear people go, oh, he's sneaky athletic. No, he's athletic. Watch him do it. It's an integral part of the quarterback run game, and he gets it done very, very well.
Yeah, you don't like sneaky athletic, do you? That's just kind of a jab in the back.
Yeah, not when it doesn't apply. I think that's a stereotype that needs to be broken down for him.
On first down, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it's a 2nd down. Wentz going to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
It really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. Now Wentz on 3rd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Darren Sproles taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Doug Peterson says, let's go for 2 here. From the gun, it's Wentz. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7. Elliott now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times. And
a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. From the gun, here's Gawall. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Michael Bennett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long.
Hey, lift! 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 Lift!
Third and long. It's gone. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And they'll bring him down here up at about about the 22-yard line. 19 yards is the pickup there, but even with that, they're well short. It's 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Throwing on first is Wentz. Goes underneath for Sproles. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Listen, the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
12.
Throwing now, Goff. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Goff now to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a two-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Zerline out now to kick this one away. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so,
and down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abukum in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Wentz to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete to Tate. A big play there for Philly. 65 yards. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
This is caught and stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Shorty. Run. Black. Push it.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Now, a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Goff going to throw it. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The Rams on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8.
14. Tighten up.
Gawall. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It'll be a gain of 16 and give them a first down as well. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Now,